today I'm going to start dry brushing the color onto my jack-o'-lantern. And my style is a Howden field, so I looked at my image of a Howden field and I figured out what colors I was going to use to get the look of a Howden field pumpkin, because the oranges are a little bit more yellowish than they are reddish. So your job is going to be to choose a dark color and a light color. My dark color will be this orange deep, and my light color I'm actually going to mix with the orange deep, this light yellow, to make a lighter version of this color with a little bit of yellow in it. But we're going to start off with the dark color first. The idea of dry brushing is adding color to just the surface of the object and add it a little bit at a time, so that you're still going to see the black inside the cracks and crevices. You need a brush that has a square, straight edge. So the little tiny brushes we used for the black are not going to work. You're going to start with a very small amount of paint on your paper, and you're going to take your flat, square brush and you're going to put a little bit on the tip. Now to dry brush, you're going to wipe off the paint. I know it sounds crazy, but that's the case. I got to put a little bit more on. I'm going in the opposite direction of the lines. The lines are going this way, so I'm going across them, and you'll notice that the color is starting to apply just to the surface and not inside those cracks and crevices. If you by accident go in the wrong direction, you can always go back with the black paint and fill that area back in with black. But then you got to wait for the black to dry before you can put the orange back on, and then it just becomes really tedious. So as you can see right now, that the orange is not very dark. This is going to be a process that's going to take a little while to build up that orange color. And if you don't wait for the orange to dry before you apply another coat, what you're going to end up doing is wiping off the bottom coat. So all I'm doing is going around the face and the edges, don't forget your sides, with the orange. And then I'm going to wait for it to dry for a few seconds before I start applying a second coat. You may have to do this 3-4 times, don't forget the bottom, before that orange color, or whatever color you're using, really starts to show up. So that's my first coat. I'm going to put more paint on my paper. I'm going to blow on it a little bit. And let's start in with a second coat. The orange really starts to show up a little bit better on the second coat. Don't worry about your eyes. We're going to paint over them eventually. So go right over it with your paintbrush for now. Get my mouth. So this is going to be your first step, is getting that dark color on the pumpkin. In my next video, I'll show you how to apply the second color, which will be the lighter one. So as you can see, I got a little bit of orange in this crack, and I'm going to take my pencil and kind of dig it out a little bit. Or how about if I just wipe it with my finger? That worked even better. Wiping it with the finger, people. Technical tip for all you artists out there. So I'm going to continue working on this. The next time you see it, it will have a lot more coats on it, and you'll be able to see this color here a lot better on my pumpkin.